Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is a what's happening tonight. Couple things. We're going to do a surprise part two for the Prairie Comics Festival that took place in October in Winnipeg. I got my hands on a little bit of stuff, so we'll be showing some things. I wanted to show off a couple of sort of wrap up things. Be a fairly short episode today. As always, I'm Charles. For those of you who haven't maybe seen a comXone before, this gets streamed live on Twitch and then archived on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this happens live on Twitch. You could always join in over there. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can catch up on this in YouTube if you want to see it there. So a couple things I wanted to show off today. Really short. It's gonna be it's sort of a surprise. I had a different thing queued up for tonight, and then decided to do when I got this really great zine in the mail. I decided to do a surprise part two to Prairie Comics Fest, and then next week we will do the spotlight episode that I was planning for tonight. So that's what's going to happen tonight. So Prairie Comics Fest, if you didn't see the original part one from last week, it's a comic and arts festival. It takes place in Winnipeg. It was at the Millennium Library this year, which is the main downtown branch of the Winnipeg Public Library. Really great show. Met a lot of nice people. Personally, had some shipping problems that made it so I didn't have everything to show, but it was just great to meet everybody. So I wanted to kind of take a look at some things here that came through to me after the show ended, including some really great photography by Joey Senft. I'm probably saying that wrong. My apologies if I am. You'll find, as always, if you like what you're seeing, you can follow everything over to my side here. Prairie Comics Fest and JS Photography is there. Did some really great photography. So I wanted to show off both a video here that I have queued up that they had as a sort of a wrap-up video, as well as some photography from the event. I thought that might be fun. And then we're going to take a look at this here. This is the Prairie Comic Zine 2024 that has some excerpts of people's comics and pinups and interviews. I just so happen to be interviewed inside here, but we've got some other really great stuff in here as well. Some new friends, some old friends, and some cool stuff. So we're going to go through all of that. So thanks for joining me. First, I wanted to take a look at this wrap-up video just to show you folks what you might have missed at this really great event. It's got a really nice little soundtrack. Hopefully it's not too loud when it comes through. Let me just get my audio all set up. And let's just take a look at this. It's a great little sort of wrap up of everything that was going on there. So let's take a watch. Some great folks in here. That's Faith Evans there. There's a wheel they spun. There's a little snippet of me there. Some great horror comics. That was, I think, Charlene, who's really talented. Winnipeg is a cool town. You're right, Zach. A little snippet from the panels. Really friendly folks there, too. There's Barbara Hickey back there. She did was doing lots of cool comics. There's Greg Tomachuk. Mike from Iron Buddha. Yeah, so many people. It's hard to call everybody out. There's Mark Michaud. There was Nick Friesen. There's Alex from Renegade. Yeah, so many great folks. Some more from a panel that they had. Got ourselves a little guest here. That was Ian Carroll there, who is a special guest. There was my friend Ryan. How's Ryan Howe? Oh, it's me. Yeah, this is so well done. So well done, right? Right? Isn't that great? Yeah, I really enjoyed Winnipeg. I really enjoyed the event. I'm hoping I can go back next year. That would be really, really quite nice to be able to go back next year. We're going to take a look at some other photography as well. I'm just going to cue it up here. Same photographer. So this Joey Senft is pretty incredible. I wanted to also just run through these, and then we'll talk about the zine, and I'll tell you where you can get a copy for yourself if you're interested in it, and some other cool merch that PCF has. Yeah, next year I'll have all my stuff with me. Let's take a look back at the computer screen here. These are the photographs that Joey took. Here's the Cloudscape Comics Society. They had cool stuff, beautiful enamel pins. Really nice stuff. So we'll run through these fairly quickly. So these were all the people that were at the event. And just look at all of the amazing talent that's on display here. I don't know. I was really blown away. I've always seen some great stuff. Renegade Pencil. I run into this chap, I believe, at the Panel One event in Calgary every year as well. So it was nice to see some people. I saw some people that I sometimes see from that, which is pretty cool. Beautiful cat artwork. You gotta love a magic cat. Awesome stuff. So we'll run through these fairly quickly. Oh, here's McDuck illustration. There's Nick, who put together the set list, which was the anthology that I was able to be in, and also his amazing work with you can see on the far side there, Olivia C. This one here was actually a retailer who sells comics. They were great. An awesome table setup too. There was Cyan next to, and this one, oh, I can't remember the name of this exhibitor here, unfortunately. Here's some of the stuff from the Renegade Arts Entertainment booth. They're a publisher based out of Canmore in Alberta here. That's Faith Erin Hicks there. Another one. The two special guests for this year were Faith Erin Hicks and E.M. Carroll. And they're both very well known, very accomplished, very cool people. Cursed Rabbit, awesome stuff. Really awesome horror comics. I really enjoyed that stuff. This artist is in another anthology that's just wrapping up a Kickstarter, I believe, called Dire Beasts. That I know some people who have pieces in there, and they're awesome. Here's Saka. Just cool stuff. Really cool stuff. I'll try to run through these fairly quickly, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of give more of a indication of what this event was about and why I was so impressed with what I saw there. You know, I've not done a ton of events, but I've done some. I'm doing more and more, and this was a real heck of a thing. There's Lyndon Radchenka on the left. And I think that's his creative partner on the other side, that they've done a bunch of stuff. I think they did Laundrymen together, I think is my understanding. That's Gregory Chomachuk there. Mike from Iron Buddha. Just awesome stuff. This fella here does these amazing sequential, like, abstract comics that were really cool. Nak Pasternak. Yeah, Matt here had awesome pinup art. Christian Hurukilet on the left here is who I traded the one book I showed last week that was the Ghost Hunters. There's Gigi, who is the another one of the, so Gigi's on the right there. That's another artist that was in the set list. Yeah, just really cool stuff. That's Barbara Hickey in the center there. She's done work for My Little Pony and other like pretty amazing, huge properties. Really neat stuff. Really, really nice and friendly person too. Yeah, so you can see some of the My Little Pony work that Barbara Hickey's done there. Yeah, here's the Pasternak comics. His stuff was really quite interesting. Yeah, just a really bang up group of people. There are a lot of photos here, so I'll try and run through them fairly quickly. There's Mark Allard Will. He's from Saskatoon. That burning black you see on the far right is one that he did with Ryan Howe doing, my friend Ryan doing the artwork for that one. It was really awesome. All of his stuff is quite cool. There's Elaine Will from does a really great music-based comic called Last Band on Earth that I think is just doing a Kickstarter soon for a collected edition of the entire series. Also from Saskatoon. Here's Jillian Fleck on the right here from Calgary. Just released a book called Cheryl. That's a coming of age story of a queer woman. Also put out, you can see it there, Lake Jehovah is the one on the far right there in the black with the black cover. Really cool book. If you might remember some pieces, I've shown a lot of Jillian Fleck stuff. That great stuff where it's the handmade ink stuff, that zine series that was about two teenage cannibals in high school. Here's Diane Hitchings from One Little Gremlin. Is that what? I may have that wrong. But Diane Hitchings is awesome. Really, really talented. Some of the books I saw from this particular artist here were really impressive as well. That's Mark Michaud from the Michaud brothers with their slice of life, coming of age sci-fi epic that they're doing called Home. I don't know who that is. I'm not sure. Unidentified. I'm not sure who that is. There's the set list. Glacier Bay Publishing was there. This is Brent? No. Do I have that wrong? I can't remember. He had the amazing series I'm pointing out right now called Numfucks that I showed on the first part of this. Awesome stuff. And of course, I've spaced on his name now. Yeah, One Little Gremlin, Diane Hitchings, exactly. Yeah, that's the one. These guys here were spinning a wheel all day, so I appreciated that quite a bit. I like people who spin the wheel. Flittermouse artwork was really cool. Danita was really cool. This is Sam Biko. Saying that wrong. This is Sam from Prairie Comics Fest, who was a huge help to me throughout everything as I was going through all sorts of shipping problems. Sam just made sure that my books got back onto a truck and headed back to me in Calgary, the ones that ended up stranded in Winnipeg. Yeah, so a hell of a time. A hell of a time. I don't know who that is. That's still Unidentified. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's hard to say. It could be anybody, really. Who is that bald bearded man? Mark once again. Oh, these two folks were really awesome too. Their stuff was great. Oh yeah, Ray's stuff. Yeah, just really awesome. There's Scott Ford, who's a very accomplished, really inventive Winnipeg-based artist. The stuff that he does blows my mind away. There's McDuck illustrations again. There's Nick. Yeah, E.M. Carroll there. Yeah, just so good. There's Sai Cyan. Nico. And they had a bunch of panels. So the next thing I wanted to kind of talk about as we kind of go through the last of these, um, they do a series of panels every year, PCF, and all of that stuff will be hitting their YouTube soon. So I want to make sure I'll give you a link to that to the side here. There's Ryan Howe. That's my friend from Saskatoon. I've known him basically my entire life. Caught a ride with Ryan and their partner from Saskatoon to Winnipeg. I don't know. Still, we'll never know who this is. We'll never figure it out. We'll never know. Yeah. So there's Alice RL. Oh, why is that not coming through? Alice RL here. Really amazing artist and colorist. Did some coloring on the new book that Ryan put out, was the artist on, about a tale about supernatural take on missing and murdered Indigenous girls and women. And Alice did the coloring for it, and it's a hell of a book. It's called Little Moons. I picked it up at the book launch in Winnipeg. Ah, yes, this is Scott Henderson. Scott Henderson is a great artist. Also launched some new stuff. That Reckoner Rises, a new volume of that was launched that same weekend. There's just so much. There's just so much good stuff. Here's a book that Lyndon Ranchinka did with Zach Schuster from Calgary called Hero Man. Yeah, just a very inspiring room to be in. I say that after everything I'm in, but boy, this after showing at the Prairie Comics Festival in Winnipeg, I was kind of like, I gotta step my game up. I gotta step my game up. These folks are really killing it out here. Comrade Comics here. Yeah, just so many people. And I feel like I didn't even have enough time to really meet everybody. I was so busy with stuff. This Garth Buckle and John Field by Sai Cyan is really something. Legally distinct, mind you. Legally distinct. But really cool stuff. I think that one really hit well at the show as well. I saw a lot of people carrying it around and talking about it. There's some more Faith Aaron Hicks stuff. People doing these little dolls and plushes and things. It's pretty cool. I'd like to do some stuff like that. I don't know. You see these things on these tables, you see all these stickers on all these little, like this pinhead that's up and that Jason. Oh boy. You see those and you're like, man, I should do some stuff. Yeah, so this was the library we're in. It's pretty cool. It was a good time. There's just so many. There's so many pictures. Yeah. Made me thinking about that show for a while. So as I mentioned, let's talk about the panels that are coming soon. There's a link there on your right there now. So take a look at the Prairie Comics Festival YouTube page. They don't have them up there yet, but they did record each of the panels they did, and they had some really great ones, like telling stories from Indigenous perspectives. They had how to seek out financing if you're thinking of, trying to be a creator and seeking grants. They had, oh boy, just so many. They had about a half dozen panels. They had ones just like how to create a story. So great things if you're thinking about creative stuff, or just want to see a room of really cool people talking about stuff. I'm pretty excited for that to come out. Here's some stuff from some of the panels. So this is Gitz is from Calgary. There's Alice RL. We got Jen Storm over here. Who else do we have? We got Tobin, who's did it as the artist for the Res Doctor, which Gitz wrote. Oh, who's in the center? I'm afraid I don't recognize who's in the center there. It's one of those things. Sometimes masked, I don't recognize people. Face blindness, I don't know. But yeah, really cool. Lots of panels. Yeah, it's a heck of a show. So that's Prairie Comics Festival. Let's take a look now at this zine. So the Prairie Comics Zine, you can get your own copy. Go to prairiecomics.com/shop and you can pick this up. Get shipped right to your door. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So there are contributors all through it. So each year, as it says here, each year Prairie Comics Festival arrives in Winnipeg as the city's premier event, celebrating independent comics and the folks who create them. The annual zine, which you hold in your hands, is no different. A parade of excellence from this year's exhibitors, featuring more than 24 comics and selected works and in-depth interviews. Discover what this incredible community has to offer within these pages. There is also, I've heard word of a digital edition. I don't know if the digital edition is being sold at their shop or not. It may be. I wanted to pick up there was a few reasons I wanted to pick this up. There are some great people I've met and great people that I know that are in here. Like, say, for example, there is an excerpt from Cheryl from Gillian Fleck. There's an interview and some of Ryan's webcomic, which is also getting a print release called We've Got Spirit. What else do we have in here? We got some of the works from Robert Pasternak, who I mentioned does really cool abstract sequential works. Just so much in here. There's some stuff with E.M. Carroll. There's Faith Erin Hicks. Brenda Hickey has some stuff in here. There happens to be an interview with me in it. No artwork of mine in there, but yeah, great stuff all the way through, and it's a beautifully produced book. Let's take a flip through and take a look at a few excerpts of this. Here's some stuff from Jordana. We'll take a very quick look. Some stuff from Faith Erin Hicks. Oh, here's a great one. Courtney, who also you'll find online as Blue Crystal Ranger, has this amazing style, and has put out a really interesting series called We Don't Go Through the Angel Grass, which is really quite amazing. Here's Brenda Hickey, who's the artist I talked about that's done, the My Little Pony and other pieces. Yeah, so what I like about this is it almost ends up just being an anthology. You end up getting a bunch of little pieces from different people, but the nice thing is you also get, some of these folks, in their own words, talking about, who they are, what they're into. Here's Ryan's piece from We've Got Spirit. And please go check out Ryan Howe at ryanhowe.ca and take a look at We've Got Spirit. It's an awesome series. Ryan is putting out new pages of that, I think bi-weekly at this point. And the first sort of collection um, is out there. The first print collection. Ryan also had some shipping woes, and the print copies for We've Got Spirit Volume 1 did not make it to the show on time. So we were we were right next to each other. Of course, like I said, we carpooled out there. And so we were both dealing with that. So that's what I love about this zine. Rail McGregor was the artist who did the poster for the show. So here's some stuff from Danita from Flittermouse. Beautiful pinup work. Yeah, so a real heck of... Oh yeah, here's Robert Pasternak stuff that I was talking about. He does these amazing, like, totally abstract sequential works, and they are just incredible. I can't get over them. Yeah, really good stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that stuff or want to see what they're doing, go to the merch link there or go through their Instagram for Prairie Comics Fest. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Well, and I don't know if you happen to get to the end of the zine, you'll find a nice sizable interview with somebody. We'll never know. We'll never figure out. I think they were in some of those pictures, but we'll never know who it is. We'll never figure it out. Anyways, folks, that's going to wrap everything up for today. It's a very quick, as I said, surprise part 2 for Prairie Comics Fest. Just a hell of an organization, a hell of a community of people, and a hell of an event. So, like I said, this happens just about every week on Twitch. Not every week, depends on schedule for comics. Depending if I've got things to show, like I did this week. Next week, we're going to do a mini spotlight on a comic artist from Edmonton by the name of Jeff Martin, and a new project he has that I'm really excited to show you. And I'm hoping that you'll be very excited about, and maybe put the fire under Jeff to keep going on that project. We'll talk about that next week. But until then, thank you so much for watching the comXone. This, like I said, happens on Twitch, goes up on YouTube. So thank you wherever you watch this. Take care.